Hello and namaste. I'm Usha Ramani, an edtech entrepreneur, a podcaster, and an ex-professor. I also double up as GDG WTM ambassador from Visakhapatnam. The pandemic scare is finally coming down. Offices are opening up, and many students and young career professionals are perhaps stepping into office spaces for the first time or returning back after a long break. In this premise, I believe there is a need to talk about one grossly underutilized skill that can help take your career to the next level. It's interpersonal relationships in workspaces and the ways to effectively manage and leverage them with the various stakeholders. I'd like to start off with a few questions which I attempt to answer in my talk. Why should a senior at work help you? How do you maintain relationship with them so that they voluntarily reach out to help you? How to conduct yourself when your subordinates do not think of you as a credit snatcher? When you are a fresh hire, how do you step up to lead a team despite being in their same level? The answer to all these questions, in some way or the other, lies in managing interpersonal relationships. Let's see how. Interpersonal relationships are important for our physical and emotional happiness. They are the relations we share with people around us, family, friends, neighbors, co workers. When managed well, they allow us to have a fulfilling life, which has a sense of purpose. It can help us get more out of life and build a support system that provides strength as we cope through life's challenges. In workspaces, it translates to long-standing, fulfilling career where you have job satisfaction, where you can be sensitive to the customer's needs, build good relations with them, and listen to their problems and build good products for them. Also, do more with your time, evolve as a good leader, and make a greater impact in the long run. Of course, tech skills matter, but when you combine them with interpersonal relations, you will attain greater success in life and career. Before I dive into workspaces and the relationships there, I want to share that building good relations start at home. Yes. Since childhood, we have mostly been takers from our parents, from our family, from our teachers. Of course, with siblings and friends, there is a give and take. But if you see the net attitude, we have mostly been takers during this phase. But it doesn't stop there for many. This attitude continues through college, through university. It's disappointing to see that many of us refuse to outgrow that phase. We don't realize that a sense of entitlement has slowly crept into our personalities. We feel we deserve it. We want to be attended to, don't have enough time to help in the kitchen or laundry or with groceries. The indifference shows through in our actions, even with those who love and care for us the most. Now imagine stepping into your professional roles with the same attitude. Your habits at workplace are an expansion of your habits and practices in your homes. You cannot be a different person in office if you're not used to taking responsibility or stepping up at home when needed. In order to form and maintain good, strong bonds with others, there needs to be a mutual give and take in a relationship. Now, there are three most important relationships we have in workspaces: with our seniors, with our peers, and with our subordinates. Let us see how we build trust and set the path to building great relationships with people in each of these categories. Firstly, let's talk of ways of managing relationships with seniors at work. With seniors at office, we have to understand that they are not paid to teach you. Yes. In school or college, a teacher is being paid to teach us. So it's their moral responsibility to clarify your doubts, ensure that you learn. But in office spaces, that's not the case. So it's imperative that we are respectful and mindful when they help us. Understand that they are doing us a favor and leave that sense of entitlement at the door. Second, take responsibility for your learning. Be open to learn. Raise your hand for opportunities for additional work. Take initiative when needed. 3. Learn to pay attention to detail. When we pay attention to detail, it shows through in our actions that you are dependable. If you are assigned a task, ensure that you pull it off well. You have to showcase that you're worth the senior's time. As you grow, this will become a strength and enable you to stand out from the crowd. Next, try to identify a good mentor who is invested in our success. These can be people from our office or school or from communities like this. Be indispensable. Ask questions and try to give realistic timelines and strive to stick to them. Involve yourself in such a way that everyone wants you in their team. Acknowledge expertise. Seniors at office bring a lot of expertise to the table. So, expertise and experience to the table. So, if you're trying to do some mischief, know that they can see through your intentions. These key pointers will enable you to have good relationships with your seniors. They will feel you're worth their time and energy. And of course, they'll definitely help you. Now, how do we balance and maintain good relationships with peers? First, help them unconditionally. Be there for your friends or colleagues, be it from a knowledge perspective or from a persona perspective. Just be there. You will be seen as dependable, trustworthy, and you will gain respect among them. This can be the starting of building a great relationship, friendships, and bonds for a lifetime with like-minded people. Cultivate positive outlook. Be a positivity magnet. Share good things with your friends. Stand up to say no when you don't approve of something. Be encouraging and helpful to women around you. 3. Volunteer. When time permits, step up to volunteer for a cause that you care about. You will form associations with like-minded people from your office spaces. Say no to office politics. Now, places at the top of the pyramid, as you're going, they are limited. And to arrive at the top, many make the mistake of sacrificing the relationships they have leveraged to reach there. Don't ever do that. Don't burn bridges you will have to cross one day. Equipping ourselves with these traits will enable us to stand out amongst our peer group and even step up to lead a team despite being in their same level. Coming to managing our relationships with juniors or subordinates. This, I believe, has a scope for highest impact. They say a person's character is determined by how well they treat their subordinates, not their seniors. So, be a good leader. Don't be a credit snatcher. Be gracious enough to be a leader who leads from the front. Show by example. Be ready to take ownership when something fails. And be gracious to shine the spotlight on your team when it comes out well. 2. Set the stage for good practices. With experience, you will know that it is the journey, not the destination, that's important. Take time to instill good practices in your team and in your organization. Help build a culture of efficiency and effectiveness. It could mean teaching them how to give correct time estimations and how to stick to them. 3. Think next level. As you're getting into seniority position, think or try to look for a bigger perspective and enable your team to grow, build leaders, leverage, delegate. It is the time where you can aspire for higher and build and leverage the next level of leadership in your teams. By leveraging, you will be able to do more with your time and delegate tasks and projects to them and allow them to step up and take on these leadership roles. Don't ever micromanage this. Trust yourself that you taught them well and trust them that they will execute it well. 4. Be the mentor that you always wanted around you. Now is the time to be the mentor who helps the freshers unconditionally. This is the time to volunteer, take a lead, teach the next generation something that you know well. Help turn them to be productive for the company and the country. Finally, treat helpers with respect. It's imperative to be cordial and respectful to our helpers, be it a watchman, cab driver, auto driver, maid, office help. We see so many people around us and use their services to do our work better. Take a moment to acknowledge their help. It can be something as small as a smile. So, there you go. Have you observed that the underlying principle to building and nurturing and managing relationships effectively is to move from only taking to a give and take in a relationship? And yes, you cannot build good interpersonal relationships if you don't have a good relationship with yourself. So, prioritize yourself, give some love and care to yourself. I'd like to sign off saying having good interpersonal relationships with all the key stakeholders, your seniors, peers, and subordinates, will help us work well with each other, communicate effectively, build long lasting, deeper relationships, and give us that feeling that we are not alone when we are in trying times, like in the pandemic. Importantly, it enables us to have a fulfilling career where you have job satisfaction, where you can do more with your time, and when you will feel good because now you're giving back. Thank you.